In 1807, Napoleon Bonaparte was at the height of his power. A military genius, a brilliant strategist, and a man who had conquered much of Europe. Yet amidst all his victories, there exists a bizarre story where the mighty emperor faced an unexpected foe: rabbits. Yes, rabbits. Fresh off the signing of the Treaty of Tilsit, which temporarily secured peace between France, Russia, and Prussia, Napoleon decided to celebrate with his generals and staff. And what better way to unwind than with a good old-fashioned rabbit hunt? Napoleon's chief of staff, Alexandre Berthier, was tasked with organizing the event. Determined to impress the emperor, Berthier arranged for hundreds, perhaps even thousands of rabbits to be brought to the hunting grounds. The rabbits, however, were not wild, as one might expect for such an occasion. They were farm-raised. These domesticated rabbits, accustomed to humans as their source of food, were released en masse. But rather than scattering across the fields as anticipated, the rabbits did something entirely unexpected. The rabbits began to charge. Yes, charge. Waves of fluffy, determined rabbits hopped straight toward Napoleon and his entourage. At first, the hunting party found it amusing. After all, what harm could a few rabbits do? But the amusement quickly turned to panic. These weren't a few rabbits, they were hundreds, possibly thousands. The furry invaders surrounded the emperor, clawing at his boots, leaping onto carriages, and even climbing up the hunting party's legs. Napoleon and his men tried to shoo them away. They waved their hunting rifles, yelled, and even swung at the animals. But the rabbits weren't backing down. They were relentless, determined, and utterly unafraid of the emperor who had defeated armies across Europe. In the end, Napoleon and his party were forced to retreat. Napoleon himself fled to his carriage, but even then, the rabbits weren't finished. Some sources claim the rabbits chased the carriage, hopping along as the hunting party made their escape. This bizarre episode is often attributed to the fact that the rabbits, being farm-raised, mistook the hunters for their caretakers. Instead of fleeing, they believed Napoleon and his generals were bringing them food. History remembers Napoleon Bonaparte for his sweeping military campaigns, his reforms to French law, and his indomitable will. But it's hard not to smile at the thought that the man who brought Europe to its knees was, at least for one day, defeated by a horde of determined rabbits. So the next time you think of Napoleon, don't just think of him as the conqueror of Europe. Think of him as the man who was outsmarted by bunnies. A fluffy reminder that even the greatest of leaders can have their moments of defeat.